Welcome to the channel. Today, we're diving into the rarest and most valuable coins from Hong Kong, the UK, Sweden, the Netherlands, Austria, and Bulgaria. We'll explore their fascinating history, why they're worth millions, and the unique minting errors that make them so valuable. Don't skip, subscribe for more. Top 8 is the 1 stotinki coin from Bulgaria, minted in the year 2000. Now, at first glance, this coin may seem like just another small denomination, but don't let its humble appearance fool you. The history behind this coin and its rarity have made it a sought-after treasure in the numismatic world. The 1 stotinki coin is a part of Bulgaria's currency system, where 100 stotinki make up 1 Leviticus. The year 2000 edition of this coin holds particular significance because of its limited mintage and unique circumstances surrounding its production. It was a time when Bulgaria was transitioning its economy and stabilizing its currency, which makes this coin a symbol of that era. So, why is this coin potentially worth millions? It comes down to scarcity and demand. While millions of coins were minted, very few remain in circulation, and finding one in mint condition is incredibly rare. For collectors, condition is everything. The fewer coins available in excellent condition, the higher the value climbs. Furthermore, specific editions of the 1 stotinki coin from 2000 are believed to have minting errors or unique features that make them stand out from the rest. Whether it's a misprint, an unusual die mark, or some other anomaly, these differences can drastically increase the coin's value. The market for rare coins is driven by collectors who are willing to pay extraordinary amounts for these historical pieces. Auctions for rare coins often fetch staggering prices, and coins like the 1 stotinki from 2000, when found in pristine condition, can be worth hundreds of thousands, and sometimes reaching into the million mark. So, how can you tell if you have a valuable 1 stotinki coin? First, look for any unusual markings or imperfections. Even the slightest difference from the standard design could make a huge impact on its worth. Next, the coin's condition is crucial. Coins that have not been circulated or show minimal wear are far more valuable than those that have been handled over time. For those of you who may have stumbled upon one of these coins in your collection, it's definitely worth getting it appraised by an expert. The coin's value could surprise you, especially if it's in excellent condition or has one of those rare minting errors that in recent years, the 1 stotinki coin from 2000 has gained a sort of legendary status among coin collectors. Stories of people finding these coins and selling them for huge sums of money reaching up to $1 million that have made them even more desirable. However, it's important to remember that the coin's value largely depends on its rarity, condition, and demand in the collector's market. If you're a coin enthusiast or someone who's curious about numismatics, keeping an eye out for rare coins like the 1 stotinki can be an exciting and rewarding hobby. Whether you're collecting for personal interest or as an investment, this coin's rise in value is a perfect example of how small, seemingly ordinary objects can turn into valuable treasures. In conclusion, the 1 stotinki coin from 2000 may not seem like much at first, but its rarity, potential minting errors, and significance in Bulgaria's economic history have made it a hot item for collectors. If you're lucky enough to have one, it could be worth far more than its face value. Top 7th is the 1997, 20 cents Hong Kong coin. It may seem like just another small coin, but its backstory and increasing value over time have made it a treasure for those lucky enough to find one. To understand why this coin is so special, we need to take a brief look at Hong Kong's history. In 1997, Hong Kong underwent a monumental shift. This was the year the British handed the territory back to China after over 150 years of colonial rule. As a result, many aspects of Hong Kong life were changing, and this included the currency. Coins minted in 1997, including the 20 cents, were produced during this transitional period. These coins are unique because they represent the end of British influence on Hong Kong's currency system. While the new Hong Kong dollars and cents were still being used, 1997 was the final year that British symbols were stamped onto the coins. The 20 cents coin from 1997 is especially rare due to a few factors. Firstly, the mintage was quite low. There weren't as many coins produced compared to earlier or later years. Additionally, most of the coins in circulation were quickly used up, lost, or worn down, making it even harder to find one in mint condition today. What sets this coin apart even further is that it was issued with the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II. This was the last time her portrait appeared on Hong Kong currency before the handover to China. Because of this, the 1997 20-cent coin holds significant historical value, symbolizing the end of an era. If you happen to come across one of these coins, it's not just a piece of change. Over the years, collectors have realized its value, and demand has shot up, especially for coins in pristine, uncirculated conditions. Some of these coins have been known to sell for impressive sums at auctions, even reaching into the thousands, and in some rare cases, rumors circulate that they have been worth up to 1.21 million. What makes the coin valuable is not just the historical context but also the condition it's in. As with any collectible, the better the condition, the higher the value. Coins that have been well preserved without any scratches, dents, or tarnishing are incredibly sought after by numismatists. There are a few factors to look out for when determining whether your 1997 20-cent coin is valuable. Firstly, inspect the coin's condition. Is it in mint or near mint condition? Are there any visible scratches or damage? Secondly, rarity plays a huge part. Even though 1997 coins were minted in smaller numbers, finding one today in excellent condition is rare. Collectors are willing to pay premium prices for coins that are well preserved. If you find yourself in possession of one, it might be worth getting it professionally appraised. Sometimes, coins that seem ordinary at first glance turn out to be worth much more than expected. The coin has also grown in value due to increasing interest in Hong Kong's political history. As Hong Kong continues to navigate its complex relationship with China, artifacts from its colonial past, like this 20-cent coin, have grown in sentimental and monetary value, but it's not just about the money. For many, owning a coin like this is about owning a piece of history. It's a tangible link to a time when Hong Kong was under British rule, and it represents the changeover to the modern-day Hong Kong that we know today. If you're interested in getting into coin collecting or already have a collection, adding a 1997 20-cent Hong Kong coin is a great way to invest in a unique piece of history. Keep an eye out at flea markets, auctions, and coin dealers. You never know when you might stumble upon one. As with any collectible market, the value of coins can fluctuate. Some experts believe the value of these rare 1997 coins will continue to rise as time passes and fewer well-preserved examples are available. It's certainly an item to watch in the world of numismatics. If you're thinking of selling, make sure to do your research. Check auction sites, talk to coin experts, and ensure you're getting the best possible price for your coin. Don't rush to sell it without understanding its full potential value. For those who have a passion for history and collecting, this 1997 20-cent coin offers the perfect combination of both. It's more than just money, it's a relic from a significant moment in history that could be worth a fortune. Top 6 is the rare 1983 Swedish 1 krona coin. While it might look like an ordinary coin, its backstory and current value make it an exciting subject for collectors and enthusiasts alike. So, let's jump into it. First, let's start with a little background. Sweden has a long history of minting coins, and the krona has been a part of Swedish currency for centuries. However, the 1983 1 krona stands out due to a combination of factors that have elevated its value to incredible heights over the years. In 1983, Sweden's Royal Mint produced a batch of 1 krona coins, but something went wrong during production. This error has since become a major point of interest for collectors. The error occurred because the mint accidentally struck the coin using a different metal composition than usual. Instead of the standard copper-nickel mix, some of these coins were minted with a silver content. This mix-up was never meant to happen, but that's what makes the coin so special today. Now, what's interesting is that this wasn't caught right away. The coins were circulated like any other, and for a long time, no one even knew that there was something different about them. It wasn't until years later that collectors started to notice the rare composition and realized what they had stumbled upon. What adds even more intrigue is how few of these error coins were actually produced. It's believed that only a small number of these silver-minted 1983 1 krona coins exist, making them extremely rare. And, as with any collectible, rarity drives up demand and value. So, if you're lucky enough to have one of these coins, you might be sitting on a small fortune. Over the years, the value of these coins has skyrocketed. What was once just a regular coin worth a krona has now become a sought-after collectible worth 1.38 millions in some cases. The exact value can fluctuate depending on the condition of the coin and how much a collector is willing to pay for it. But even in average condition, these coins can fetch a pretty hefty price at auction point. One of the reasons collectors are so keen on this coin is not just the rarity, but the story behind it. Error coins like this are always interesting because they represent a moment in history when something went wrong. It's like holding a little piece of history that shouldn't have existed in the first place. Another factor that affects the value is the condition of the coin. As with most collectibles, the better the condition, the higher the price. Coins that have been well preserved and show little wear and tear are the most valuable. So, if you've got one of these coins and it's been kept in a safe place, you could be looking at a major payout. The demand for rare coins like the 1983 1 krona continues to grow as more collectors enter the market. People are fascinated by these unique pieces, and auctions have seen prices for rare coins like this skyrocket in recent years. And it's not just hardcore collectors. Even casual investors are getting in on the action, hoping to make a big return on these rare finds. Of course, with any rare collectible, you have to be careful. There are always people out there looking to make a quick buck by selling counterfeit coins. If you're in the market to buy one of these rare 1983 1 krona coins, make sure you're working with a reputable dealer and get the coin authenticated before you make a purchase. That way, you'll know you're getting the real deal. So, how do you know if you have one of these rare coins? Well, it's not always easy to tell just by looking at it. The difference in metal composition is not something you can see with the naked eye. You'll likely need to have the coin tested by a professional to confirm whether it's one of the rare silver-minted coins from 1983. If you do find out that you have one, it's definitely worth getting it appraised. Even if you're not planning on selling it, knowing the value of your coin can be pretty exciting. Who wouldn't want to know they're holding on to something worth millions? This rare coin has become a symbol of how even small mistakes in minting can lead to big paydays for collectors. It's a reminder that sometimes, the most ordinary-looking items can have extraordinary stories behind them. In conclusion, the 1983 Swedish 1 krona coin is a fascinating example of how a simple error can lead to something truly valuable. If you're lucky enough to own one, you've got a rare piece of Swedish history in your hands. And if you're a collector or investor, it's definitely worth keeping an eye out for this rare coin. Top 5th is the 1982 Dutch 5-cent piece that is rumored to be worth millions. It's a small coin with a big history, and if you're a collector, this might be one of those treasures you want to keep an eye out for. Let's break down why this specific coin has gained so much attention and what makes it so valuable. First of all, the 5-cent coin was part of the Dutch guilder system, which was the official currency of the Netherlands until they adopted the euro in 2002. The coin itself was in circulation for decades, but something about the 1982 version makes it stand out. So, what is it that sets this coin apart from the rest? The answer lies in its rarity. Not every 1982 Dutch 5-cent coin is valuable, but certain versions of it have become incredibly rare due to minting errors. These minting errors are what drive collectors crazy. For coin enthusiasts, a simple mistake at the mint can mean the difference between a regular coin and one that's worth a fortune. One of the key errors that makes the 1982 5-cent coin so valuable is a misprint or die error. Some of these coins were struck off-center or have other imperfections that make them one of a kind. These errors are extremely hard to find, which is why they fetch such high prices at auctions. Another reason for the coin's value is its condition. Coins that have been kept in mint condition, untouched by the wear and tear of circulation, are much more valuable than those that show signs of use. Collectors are willing to pay a premium for coins that look as though they were just minted yesterday. What's even more interesting is that over time, the demand for this coin has only grown. Coin collectors and investors alike are always on the hunt for rare pieces, and the 1982 Dutch 5-cent coin has become a highly sought-after item. Some of these coins have reportedly sold for hundreds of thousands of euros, with certain examples rumored to be worth up to 1.56 millions. You might be wondering how a small coin that was once used for everyday purchases has skyrocketed in value. Well, it's all about supply and demand. As the number of these rare coins decreases due to wear or loss, the value goes up. And with more collectors entering the market, the competition to own one drives prices even higher, but it's not just about the era or condition. The 1982 5-cent coin also has a unique place in Dutch history. It represents the final years before the euro and holds a special place in the hearts of those who remember the guilder. This historical significance adds another layer to its worth. If you happen to come across a 1982 Dutch 5-cent coin, don't just toss it aside. Check for any imperfections, and if it's in good condition, it might be worth getting it appraised. You never know, you could be sitting on a small fortune without even realizing it. The coin has even sparked debates among numismatists, those who study and collect coins, about whether it's undervalued or if its price will continue to rise in the future. Some experts believe that as more people become aware of this coin, its value will keep climbing, while others think the current prices are as high as they'll go. Regardless of which side you're on, it's clear that the 1982 Dutch 5-cent coin is a fascinating piece of history. Its rise in value has been impressive, and it shows no signs of slowing down anytime soon. Whether you're a serious collector or just someone who loves a good story, this coin is definitely one to watch. So, if you're ever going through your old coin jar or browsing at a flea market, keep an eye out for this rare gem. Who knows, you might just stumble upon a treasure that's worth millions. Top 4th is the 1979 5-cent coin from the Netherlands featuring Queen Juliana. This coin, while small in denomination, has an intriguing history, and some of these rare versions are worth a surprising amount of money, sometimes reaching millions. Let's explore why this particular coin is so special. The coin features Queen Juliana, who was the Queen of the Netherlands from 1948 to 1980. Her portrait graces the front of the coin, which adds historical significance to its value. Coins with her likeness are already popular with collectors due to her reign during a period of great change for the country. In 1979, the Netherlands minted a series of 5-cent coins, but not all of them were created equal. Some versions of these coins have unique characteristics that make them extremely valuable. It's these rare editions that collectors are most interested in. Now, one of the reasons certain 1979 5-cent coins are worth so much is due to errors during the minting process. These minting errors can include things like double strikes, off-center designs, or even coins made from a different metal than intended. These small mistakes can dramatically increase the coin's value. Additionally, there are reports that some of these 1979 coins were part of a very limited release. This limited circulation has made these coins even rarer. As collectors know, the rarity of an item directly impacts its market value, and these coins are no exception. When it comes to the design, the 1979 5-cent coin itself is relatively simple, featuring Queen Juliana on one side and the denomination and date on the other. However, it's the specific versions with errors or unique features that really catch the eye of collectors. Some collectors have paid an enormous amount for these coins at auctions. In fact, some of the rarest versions have sold for millions, reaching 1.78 millions, depending on the condition and the nature of the minting error. So if you ever come across a 1979 5-cent coin, it might be worth taking a closer look to see if you've struck gold. Figuratively speaking, the value of these coins continues to increase as time goes on. As fewer of these rare coins remain in circulation, their scarcity only adds to their appeal. For those lucky enough to own one of these rare versions, holding on to it could be a very wise investment. Queen Juliana herself is a beloved figure in Dutch history. Her reign was marked by a down-to-earth, practical approach to ruling. She's often remembered for her compassion and efforts to modernize the monarchy. Her legacy also contributes to the interest in coins featuring her image. Interestingly, coins from her reign are popular across Europe and beyond, not just in the Netherlands. This broad appeal helps drive up the demand and, in turn, the value of rare coins like the 1979 5-cent. If you're a coin collector, you know that even small denominations like this 5-cent coin can hold tremendous value under the right circumstances. It's all about the details, from minting errors to limited circulation. The rarer, the better. For those just getting into coin collecting, it's always a good idea to thoroughly inspect your coins. Check for unusual markings or any signs of a minting error. A small detail could turn an ordinary coin into a collector's item worth millions. There are many online resources and auction houses where you can find more information on these rare coins. If you think you have one, it might be worth getting it appraised to see just how valuable it is. So, how do you know if you have one of these valuable 1979 5-cent coins? The first step is to look at the condition of the coin. Coins that are well preserved are always worth more, especially if they haven't been in circulation much. Next, you'll want to look for any unique features or errors. These could include misaligned text, off-center images, or even an unusual metal composition. If you find any of these characteristics, it's likely that you have something special on your hands. Collectors are always on the lookout for rare coins like this, so don't hesitate to get yours appraised if you think it might be valuable. You never know, you could be sitting on a small fortune. To sum it up, the 1979 5-cent coin from the Netherlands is much more than just loose change. With its connection to Queen Juliana and the possibility of rare minting errors, it's a coin worth paying attention to. If you happen to find one, it might just be worth a lot more than you think. Top third is the rare 1967 Austrian 1 shilling coin. This is a coin that has caught the attention of collectors worldwide, with some fetching significant sums at auctions. To start, let's talk about the history behind the shilling itself. Austria used the shilling as its currency from 1924 until it was replaced by the euro in 2002. The shilling was a symbol of Austria's economic independence after World War I, when it separated from the Austro-Hungarian krone. The 1 shilling coin was an essential part of daily life for decades, but some years and mints hold more value than others, and 1967 is one of those special years. The design of the 1967 1 shilling coin features a female figure on the front. She is wearing a traditional Austrian costume, symbolizing the country's rural culture and national pride. On the reverse side, there's the Austrian coat of arms, a powerful reminder of the nation's resilience and history. This particular design was used for many years, but the 1967 version is special due to its rarity. One reason the 1967 shilling coin is so rare is because of its limited mintage. Compared to other years, fewer coins were produced that year, making it harder to come by today. On top of that, finding one in excellent condition is a challenge, as many have been circulated, worn, or damaged over time. The coin's rarity doesn't just come from its mintage numbers. Some versions of the coin may also have production errors or unique characteristics that further increase their value. Collectors seek out these variations, and when they find a pristine or error version of the 1967 coin, it can drive the price way up. In terms of value, these coins can range dramatically in price. A standard 1967 1 shilling in good condition might only fetch a modest amount. But when you have a rare, uncirculated, or mint condition version, you're looking at a significant leap in value. Some reports even suggest that certain rare versions have sold for thousands, and in rare cases it has sold out for $1.93 million, and collectors are always on the lookout for high-quality pieces that could bring in a small fortune. Interestingly, even though the shilling was replaced by the euro in 2002, there's still a deep nostalgia attached to this currency in Austria. Many Austrians look back fondly at the shilling era, which makes these coins even more desirable from a historical perspective. The 1 shilling coin from 1967 is a piece of Austrian history, representing not just the economy, but the culture and resilience of the country. For collectors, owning a rare shilling like this can feel like holding a piece of that history in their hands. If you're lucky enough to have one of these coins, or if you're thinking of hunting one down, there are a few things to keep in mind. First, always verify the authenticity of your coin. There are plenty of reproductions and fakes out there, so getting your coin appraised by a professional can ensure you know what you have. Next, pay attention to the condition of the coin. A coin's grade, which refers to its state of preservation, can significantly affect its value. Coins that have been kept in good condition, with minimal wear and tear, are worth far more than those that have been damaged or heavily circulated. For those interested in investing in rare coins, the 1967 1 shilling from Austria can be a good addition to any collection. While it might not make everyone a millionaire overnight, it's the kind of piece that continues to appreciate in value over time, especially as more collectors seek out rare European coins. Remember, though, the coin market can be unpredictable. Values can rise and fall depending on demand, so it's always a good idea to keep an eye on market trends and be patient when buying or selling rare coins. In summary, the 1967 Austrian 1 shilling is a rare and valuable piece that holds a lot of historical and collector's value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone interested in Austria's monetary history, this coin is definitely one to keep an eye on. Who knows, maybe one day you'll find one that's worth millions. Top second is the 1967 1 penny from the United Kingdom featuring Queen Elizabeth II. This coin might seem like just another old penny, but it holds an interesting history and, in rare cases, can be worth a lot of money. Let's dive into what makes this coin so intriguing. First off, the 1967 penny was one of the last of its kind before the UK switched to decimal currency in 1971. Up until that point, the UK had been using a system based on pounds, shillings, and pence. The 1967 penny represents the end of an era for British coinage, which adds to its historical significance. Queen Elizabeth II's portrait on the 1967 penny is also a piece of history. By 1967, she had been queen for 15 years, and her reign was already establishing itself as one of the longest in British history. This particular penny features the second portrait of the Queen by artist Mary Gillick, which shows her youthful side in contrast to later designs. One of the reasons why the 1967 penny is so commonly found in collections today is because millions of them were minted. But not every 1967 penny is just worth a penny. In certain rare cases, these coins can be extremely valuable, especially if they have unique errors or are in pristine condition. Most 1967 pennies you'll come across are made from bronze, and they feature a seated Britannia on the reverse side, which had been a symbol on UK coinage for centuries. However, some rare errors in the minting process can make these coins worth a lot more. For example, some 1967 pennies might have doubling errors, or the die used to strike the coin may have been damaged. Coins with minting errors can be incredibly valuable because they are so rare. If you have a 1967 penny with such an error, collectors might be willing to pay a significant sum to get their hands on it. Some rare 1967 pennies have reportedly been sold for thousands of pounds at auctions. Another factor that can increase the value of a 1967 penny is its condition. Like any collectible, the better the condition, the more valuable it is. Coins that have been well preserved over the years, with minimal wear and tear, are always in higher demand. Coins graded as uncirculated can fetch a pretty penny, pun intended. There have also been rumors and stories about some 1967 pennies being worth millions. While it's rare to come across a penny that fetches that kind of money, it's not impossible. The key is to find those special errors or coins in mint condition that collectors are desperate to get their hands on. If you're lucky enough to find a 1967 penny in your pocket change or in an old coin collection, don't just assume it's worthless. Take a closer look at it, and you might be holding on to something valuable. You could potentially sell it to collectors or at auction houses that specialize in rare coins. The value of any coin, including the 1967 penny, depends on a few key factors: rarity, demand, condition, and any unique features it might have. Even if your 1967 penny doesn't have any obvious errors, it could still be worth more than its face value if it's in excellent condition. The 1 penny from 1967 with minted condition, double die errors and with other unique features can have sold out for 2.3 million. Now, let's talk a bit about where to find these coins. If you don't already have a 1967 penny, you can find them at coin fairs, online marketplaces, or even from other collectors. Always make sure to verify the authenticity of the coin before purchasing, especially if you're looking for one in pristine condition. For anyone interested in starting a coin collection or already into the hobby, the 1967 penny is a great piece to add to your collection, especially if you can find one with historical significance or an error. It's a coin with a fascinating history, connected to the monarchy in a time of change in Britain. Of course, if you do find a valuable 1967 penny, it's important to have it properly appraised by a professional coin expert. They can help you determine its true value and give you advice on whether you should sell it or hold on to it for a future increase in worth. So, does every 1967 penny fetch millions? Not quite. But as with all rare coins, the potential is there for certain pieces. Whether you're a collector or just curious, the 1967 penny is an interesting coin that deserves attention. To wrap things up, the 1967 one penny featuring Queen Elizabeth II is more than just a piece of copper. It's a window into a historical period and, for some lucky collectors, it could be a real treasure. Be sure to check your coins carefully, you never know when you might strike it rich. Top first is the rare find from 1957, the 2 shillings, or florin, coin from the United Kingdom, featuring none other than Queen Elizabeth II. If you're a collector or just interested in history, this video is for you. The 1957 florin is a piece of British history. It was minted just a few years after Queen Elizabeth II's coronation in 1953. At the time, the young queen was a symbol of hope and stability in a rapidly changing world. This coin was one of the first to bear her portrait, making it a significant piece for both historical and numismatic reasons. Now, let's talk about the coin itself. The florin was originally introduced in the 19th century, but the 1957 edition is especially interesting. Made from copper-nickel, it replaced earlier silver versions, as the post-war era saw a decline in the use of precious metals for everyday currency. Even though it's not made of silver, this coin is still highly collectible due to its age and rarity. The obverse of the coin features the first definitive portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Mary Gillick. This image is iconic and was used on coins for years, showing a youthful queen without the crown. The reverse side features a Tudor rose, a thistle, a shamrock, and a leek, representing the 4 nations of the UK. It's a design that really captures the essence of British identity. Why is this coin so rare? Well, while millions of florins were minted, most were circulated heavily, meaning that pristine examples are hard to come by today. Finding one in excellent condition, especially one with minimal wear, is like finding a needle in a haystack. This rarity is what makes the coin so valuable among collectors. Over the years, coin collecting has become more than just a hobby. It's a serious business, and rare coins like the 1957 florin have skyrocketed in value. What makes this coin even more desirable is its connection to the early reign of Elizabeth II, a time of great change in British history. As her reign went on to become the longest in British history, coins from the beginning of her rule have gained even more significance. So, how much is this coin worth today? In normal circulated condition, you could expect to pay anywhere from $10 to $50. But here's where things get exciting. If you've got a mint condition or uncirculated version, the value jumps dramatically. Some of the best preserved examples have sold for thousands, and in extremely rare cases, collectors have paid even more. There are rumors and stories of some 1957 florins selling for incredible amounts, even reaching up to 3.2 million. While this is rare and depends heavily on the condition, the coin's history, and demand, it shows just how sought after these coins can be. It's a reminder that even a small coin can hold enormous value, but why would someone pay so much for a coin? The answer lies in a combination of rarity, historical significance, and the sentimental value attached to the early years of Queen Elizabeth II's reign. People aren't just buying a coin, they're buying a piece of history. If you're lucky enough to have a 1957 florin, or you're thinking of adding one to your collection, it's important to get it professionally appraised. The value can vary widely depending on the coin's condition, so make sure you know exactly what you have before selling or trading. Collectors often look for specific features to assess a coin's value. Scratches, wear, and tarnish can all reduce its worth. On the flip side, sharp details, a clear portrait of the Queen, and an unblemished surface can make it extremely valuable. The history behind the florin itself is also worth noting. It was introduced in 1849 as an attempt to decimalize British currency. While the system didn't fully change until the 1970s, the florin remained in circulation and became a familiar part of British life for over a century. By the time the 1957 version came out, Britain was still recovering from the effects of World War II. The country was changing rapidly, with a new generation looking toward the future. The 1957 florin is a snapshot of that time, a piece of history you can hold in your hand. As we wrap up, it's clear that the 1957 2 shillings, florin, coin is more than just a bit of old currency. It's a rare collectible, steeped in history and worth potentially millions under the right circumstances. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, this is a coin that should definitely be on your radar. So, what do you think? Do you have any of these valuable coins hiding in your collection? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more fascinating insights into the world of rare coins and collectibles. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.